So it was just a really bad ingrown hair.
Oh, sucks.
What a way. Oh, hey guys, you didn't see that.
What a way to start my morning. No.
Do you guys ever just have an ingrown hairsies?
Anyways. Alrighty. So we are part of the You Run Podcast Network, where you can find all sorts of fun and exciting podcasts just like ours. You can check them out in the show notes, and you can also check them out on You Run Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. This is one of those mornings, guys. Hi.
Fandango, Lemonade, OnlyFans. Just kidding.
All right. So, welcome.
We're going to get into why we're a little bit like this today. Chrissy, you want to introduce yourself?
I do. Welcome to the Paranormal Misfits podcast, where the curious roam, the weird feels at home, and horror is just another day in the office. I am half of this lovely bunch of coconuts, Chrissy.
And I am the other half of this lovely bunch of guava.
I haven't had guava in a while.
My name is Nino Daniel, and at the time of this recording, it is January 18th, 2025. It is the day before TikTok is slated to go dark. I have no idea what the fuck's happening in this country.
Same.
The next 56 hours of our lives, we'll check in with you guys next week. Of course, it'll be like almost a month after the fact, but like, just wanted to let you know that's what's going on today. If we sound sad, it's because we are.
Lots of changes, guys.
Lots of changes. I cried hardcore last night. But anywho, you know what I'm not about to cry about? Our topic today, our first topic. As you've probably seen from the title of this episode, we are going to dive into the marina. Now, by no means are we diving into like a physical water
not near
marina.
Boats.
Not near boats, babe. We're going towards something a little bit more maniacal. Today we are talking about Marina Abramovic, or if you are Yugoslavian, Serbian, or Bosnian, Marina Abramovic. Yeah, the accent switcheroony. She is a Serbian-born conceptual artist who is most known for pushing the limit of the body, the possibilities of the mind, and having a very intense connection with her audience. Okay. She sounds like camping. Why? Because it's intense.
Stop it. Not the dad jokes.
Yuck. She is, listen, one thing about Marina, she's skilled and educated, babe. We can't take that away from her. She's been in school since, I don't know. I think it was like the day before the Declaration of Independence was signed is when she started. This woman is old, but she's talented, right? And we don't, age is nothing.
Right.
So with 2 different art degrees and notable work going back to the 1970s. Okay. Reagan. I don't even know. It just felt like saying Reagan.
Throwing out names today.
Just throwing out names. She is like the textbook response to, is it possible to be a lifelong artist? And plot twist. It is. Hey. Put a precursor to this episode. At what cost? Do you know what I mean? Before I get into any of this stuff, have you heard of her at all?
It's so funny because I got her confused with another occult-ish person.
Michelle LeVay?
Yes. So I had like one image in my brain and then I had to go to another one and I was like, no, her name's not, hold on.
Is it Michelle LeVay? It's not LeVay. It's not Michelle. It is Michelle, but I'm thinking of Zena LeVay.
No, it's the one.
The Taylor.
She's been like, she has like the black, like she got tattooed the black.
Yeah. It's like something. Look her up.
Hold on.
Find her. I'll take care of this. You look her up and then. Okay, so from a lawsuit with her artist partner Ule to catching the attention of Jay-Z, Lady Gaga, and her own institute, Marina Abramovic is definitely an intense measure of artistic expression and global success, ladies and gents. As much as I love that, though, we're not here to talk about her in that way. Okay, she has been rumored to have ties to the occult.
This is the one. This is the one I was thinking of. I had her listed on our little docs, but I had put it next to the Jay-Z conspiracy.
Oh yeah, no, there's a whole thing on. I didn't even scratch the surface with this Marina stuff. This is like
there could be a part 2
This
later,
is insane.
Guys.
No, it's like literally this woman is insane. And like she keeps saying, like Marina keeps saying, like, it's not occultism, it's art. Okay, bitch.
Right. Yeah, because like I've seen her with pictures with Jay-Z, I've seen her with pictures with Rihanna, Lady Gaga, like
With everyone. Lady Gaga is her most notable student,
Oh.
actually. Lady Gaga, like during the production phase of Lady Gaga's album Art Pop,
Okay.
the one that had like
Mm-hmm.
Venus and Applause. So Marina was actually credited as one of the supports of the album's production, and Lady Gaga had openly stayed with Marina Abramovic at her institute in New York. I did look it up, and it looks like it's still in business, the Marina Abramovic Institute in New York City.
Okay.
Please know that this institute is we're going to get into this later, but oh my god, it's funded by one of the most insane criminals in the entire fucking galaxy. Yeah, just everything. We're going to get into everything. Okay, so there is a video somewhere like in the corners of the internet where Gaga is seen naked.
Okay.
Like naked. And what's basically going on is like she is doing a lot of like chanting and like these like weird like breath worky things. I'm not even gonna do that because the way I'm a God-fearing hood rat, and to even like try to summon a demon or something like outer worldly with I'm not doing it.
So off topic but on topic at the same time. So on Shudder, there is a movie called Mind, Body, Spirit that deals with it's found footage based. So a girl inherits a house from her grandmother that she never had any like connection to, basically, and her grandmother was Russian. And she goes up into the attic, and there's like all sorts of stuff, and she thinks that her grandmother was like a yoga instructor based on like a journal that she finds, the drawings, and it's occult. So that just reminded me of it. I'm sorry, but I just watched it last night. I was like, oh my god.
What year is the film?
It's a new one. It's brand new.
Is it a 25er?
Maybe late 24, 25. They have it listed under the New Year, New You. Like if you go under collections on Shudder. Let's see.
Oh, okay. I mean, I could still watch it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm like, oh, is it a part of like 2025? Because that could be added to the horror roster. Because this first quarter for horror is bleak. Bleak. So in this, going back to Lady Gaga and Marina Abramovic, Lady Gaga is seen in this video doing these weird chants and these weird
like breathy,
like I'm not even going to replicate it, but like think about someone trying to like hype themselves up and doing breath work essentially. And then she is holding a crystal. She's walking across land. She's wearing this weird like bug mask where it covers both of her eyeballs. But what's going on is it's this photo of her wearing like this yellow eye mask. And like, you know how like animals have like really like coned out not animals.
Like the bugs
have like really coned out eyes. She put that kind of mask on, so it like this like cone part goes over one of her eyeballs, and then it like zooms kind of out, and it barely has like a small slit for opening. I don't know what the fuck this shit is, but apparently it's called the Marina Abramovic method. And one thing about me,
sorry,
what the fuck, cone eyes?
You want me to look like a bug naked?
You want in the middle of a forest
with a giant crystal, like
in public while God watches?
No.
Like, no. So the Institute is meant to like expand the artistic horizons of those seeking so.
Okay.
But the methods in the video appear to be ritualistic.
All right.
Again, with chanting and everything like that, I'm not a big fan of it. Also, I do want to bring up the fact that you kind of touched on it, but Marina Abramovic is very much friends with Jay-Z and Beyonce. It's insane.
It is.
Occulty, she calls herself a freaking I'm an intense performance artist.
I'm not gonna lie. So her physical appearance is like
witchy.
It gets an effect. Like,
yeah, she has like the nose.
Yeah.
Like we all have like the nose.
Well, I remember seeing a video that they were circulating. I think it was on TikTok where like Jay-Z was with her, and they were showing her with multiple people, but like I'm not gonna lie, I thought her fingers were that of frostbite because just it didn't look like tattoo to me until like I finally looked at it and I was like, ugh, that's a weird.
I think we're thinking of two different people, my love.
Same person. Because that's where whenever I wrote her name down, there's hold on. Go ahead, keep going.
Are you sure we're not thinking of two different people? Because hold on, I want you to look up.
Maybe I am thinking of some. Does she go to? She goes to the fashion shows and stuff, right?
Michelle LeMay. Look up
That's who
Michelle
it is.
LeMay.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, I said Michelle LeVay.
Oh.
LeVay is the Zena LeVay is like the priestess of like the Satanic Church back in the day, where like her dad oversaw it. But Zena LeVay looks a lot like Taylor Swift.
Oh. Not saying that out loud too much, guys.
Saying what? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, no, I think honestly, Michelle LeMay, LeMay, I think that's a whole different episode.
Oh yeah, okay. Nope, I was confusing them, but it's weird. Then someone, which I mean, obviously it's TikTok, but didn't get the right images going for the video.
Because I'm like, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, because like,
I don't know. I'm not one to. I mean, listen, there are photos of Marina Abramovic is in a freaking Jay-Z music video.
Which one?
You think
I don't know.
You know what? I should have done the research. I didn't do the research, but it was filmed at the MoMA.
Okay.
That's all I know.
That's all you know.
That's all I got for you, kid. So it's weird that there is yet another person calling themselves an artist, but guess what? They are friends with people who have known ties to the occult. I mean, Diddy, all of this stuff. I'll get into some spirit cooking things that she's done, but like some of the photos of Marina Abramovic that come out and where she's like, this is meant to be art. I'm like, girl, how do we know that these people in these photos that you're like doing this shit are alive?
Yeah.
We're gonna take a quick transition. Do you know? I'm just gonna annoy people with that. Do you know someone by the name of John Podesta?
Sounds familiar. Hold on.
John Podesta. So this next little thing has to do with like the Podesta emails. Hillary Clinton and Marina Abramovic. So there was an email intercepted during the 2016 presidential race regarding Hillary Clinton's email to John Podesta.
Okay.
Well, Hillary Clinton's emails, John Podesta, and then of course Marina Abramovic, right? So just a quick little thing. If you don't know who John Podesta is, I recommend not looking him up. I recommend maybe asking someone first. He is the sickest fucking person. Like, if you thought Diddy was bad, Podesta is worse. Like, they've like taken photos of the inside of his house, and the artwork that he has on the walls is just so fucking interesting. He's got like artwork of kids in like compromising positions and poses, and he's one of the maybe we can also talk about this, but Podesta is one of the people who fronts the Red Shoe Club.
Okay.
So, and I feel bad because an ode to the Red Shoe Club is anyone who pretty much owns Christian Louboutins. Me included. But I'm not a part of the Red Shoe Club, and the Louboutins were a freaking gift for my wedding day. So with the email, Marina had mentioned something called a spirit cooking event, to which Alex Jones, the radical right-wing
nut job
conspiracy theorist. Listen, I don't care what political affiliation you have, and there are extremes on both sides, to be quite honest. Like, if the Republicans have Alex Jones, the Democrats have Lily Tino. Like, if you know who that is, that's this person's getting some heat on TikTok and Instagram for saying the N-word and trying to be like. Anyways, we have a deadline to meet today with time, folks. So we might be breezing through these. Okay, so Alex Jones, the massive conspiracy theorist, stated was a part of these like ritualistic efforts, the spirit cooking. Now, It's definitely like not off kilter because of Podesta's ties.
Mm-hmm.
And Podesta, at that point, it is rumored, well, not rumored, but he had like some sort of job with Hillary's campaign,
Right.
and he was working overtime to make sure Hillary wins. And that means like probably buying people out, doing ritualistic things. But then who did John Podesta tap into for Hillary's win?
Mm-hmm.
Marina Abramovic. Marina Abramovic was on air. I think this was in like 2017 or 2018. And she's like, a spiritual cooking could also mean like just artistic, whatever, whatever, whatever. Okay, cool. Here's the thing. Marina is a known witch and a rumored Satanist. So what the fuck is a spirit cooking?
Yeah,
Have
I've
to
been,
do
been wanting
with
to
art.
ask that. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
Well, I mean, we're probably going to go through multiple things in this little section, but like there is a photo
Okay.
of Marina Abramovic, Lady Gaga, and they're at some fucking party. They took a black guy, painted him white, and like kind of like not tied him to a tree, but like he was very close to a tree.
Okay.
And then there's another person in a box, naked body, and they've poured this like syrup, and people are like taking a spoon and eating the syrup off the body.
Ew.
And I'm just like, first of all, your skin is a sponge. So to the person who's there, like, you gonna clog some arteries. There was also in the Hillary Clinton emails, there was a rumored mention of a demon that the spirit cooking was done for in broad daylight. I'm not gonna say the name of the demon.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm totally for that. Don't say it.
It was just insane. It was crazy. Like rereading those like interceptions, I was like, what the fuck, Hillary? What else? So yeah, I put in my notes. Seek that out for yourself. I told you about the party. It's hard to say where like the artistic expression lies in this because sometimes surrealism can also be seen as an expression for witchcraft. And because Marina's artistic endeavors tend to be very intense and almost borderline surreal, I think the surrealism element, this is just my opinion, is a front for the fact that there is undertones of Satanism and witchcraft.
Okay.
And then I put, John Podesta was the campaign manager for Hillary Clinton, and John Podesta was an avid financier for Marina Abramovic.
What the fuck?
He was the one who purchased her work and invested into the Marina Abramovic Institute in New York.
Oh my God.
So if you know, this is my other thing. If like I know someone who is a pedophile, they're out of my life.
Yeah.
Like I have a crossbow for a reason.
Right.
If you know that someone is an active Satanist, horrible human being, and you let them finance your institute, you have ties to that shit.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this so far?
Well,
I have some thoughts.
I don't put anything past, Hollywood and
No.
politicians. I was trying to word it in such a way. This is insane. This spiritual fucking cooking. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
We're going to get into that in just a little bit.
my
We're going to
God.
take a quick break, but before we do, thank you so much for joining the Paranormal Misfits podcast. Make sure to click the show notes, purchase the merch, give us 5 stars, follow and subscribe wherever you're listening to this podcast because it is free and it helps us so much. We're going to be back in just a minute to talk about spirit cooking.
Oh my God. Hey guys. As you know, we are part of the You Run network, and this year there have been more podcasts added to the network. So there are even more shows for you guys to check out. Just go into the show notes and find the link to You Run network site to catch the latest and greatest episodes of all the shows.
Right.
Okay, bye.
For you guys, a couple minutes. For us, 10 seconds. Not even, it was like 5 today.
Oh my God.
Okay, so before the break, Chrissy asked, what even the fuck is spirit cooking? I'm so glad you asked.
Be prepared.
So spirit cooking is evidently a collection of poems, but there's a video of Marina, and this is all alleged for legal purposes. Everything in this episode is alleged for legal purposes. My name is Nino Daniel, and for legal purposes, everything in this episode previously stated and yet to come in this episode of Marina Abramovic is alleged. Thank you. Alleged. So, yeah, Spirit Cooking is a collection of poems, but how it's presented to people is a little what the fucky. I get we're coming off like doing artwork, but like why the fuck is your Spirit Cooking poem presented in urine?
Sorry, you're missing two other words that made me want to not drink my coffee.
And blood and poop on walls, like literal shit. Also, the smell alone, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, not like. So, in my brain, I was thinking Spirit Cooking of like, oh, here's some herbs, here's some, you know, I don't fucking know, rainwater, natural shit. Cooking.
Anne-Marie Green, if you're listening to this, call up Chrissy.
Not poop, shit, and blood and piss. Why? Why do people have such a fascination on defecation?
With the fecals? Yeah. Fascination with defecation.
Just like, why do we have to use shit? There are so many other fucking things.
I think we come from a generation where after watching 4 girls finger paint, nothing really phases us up until we're adults. Marina Abramovic said 2 girls, 1 cup. More like 1 girl, 1 bucket, 1 art show.
Okay, so where does spiritual cooking take place?
It's like an art installation.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, there's a video of her literally taking like, I'm hoping and praying to Jesus Christ that the video I saw of her cutting open a bag of blood was like fake, or at least like an animal, like deceased. If it was a human, Marina, you're sick.
Oh my god.
Allegedly, if it was human. Oh, it gets so much worse because guess who Marina had connections to?
The dude that hung himself in jail.
Mm-hmm. The dude who looks like he's on the $20 bill.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever looked at a $20 bill?
Yes.
And then looked at Jeffrey Epstein?
Mm-hmm.
It's like uncanny.
She.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could be referring to Podesta, and Podesta is probably the person who like is 2 rungs higher than Epstein, to be quite honest.
Like now we're in like.
Now we're in upper management.
Now we're in the CEO status.
Yeah, now we're in like leadership, right?
Well, so if you think about it though, like looking at the picture of Marina and then looking at the picture of Ghislaine, they could be of some sort of relation.
They could. I mean, Ghislaine is French, Marina is Serbian. It's not off kilter. If you look at younger photos of Marina, yeah.
I'm just
like, and Marina hasn't aged. Also, just wait until we get into the last segment of this. Oh my god, it's fucking insane.
Like, I'm ready to watch you just spit out your drinks.
Marina had connections allegedly to Jeffrey Epstein. I mentioned allegedly, right? Okay, great. Also, click the show notes, purchase the merch. And is tied to being the ambassador for children in the Ukraine.
No. God, we're doing this shit again. Like, they all like to tie back to like, oh my god, never mind. Just go for it. Go ahead.
It is also rumored that this whole thing with her being like the person for ambassador for children in the Ukraine was prior to the Epstein files coming out, and Marina was rumored to be a procurer for the children that went to Epstein. And where do you think she fucking got them from? Prior to her becoming the ambassador for children in the Ukraine, allegedly, she eventually caught the attention of Ukrainian President Vladimir, who ushered her into being a staple part of their government. If this tracks, if this tracks, I understand why Russia and the Ukraine are at war. If this tracks, this is insane. And if it tracks, what Putin is doing is, I'm like, okay, it's not, okay. Man might know some shit. I don't know. Like, I'm not saying that I'm for war. I survived it. What I'm saying is that if this tracks, if this is one of the reasons that they're not telling us that there are two countries at war with each other, like, and they're saying, oh, it's because of NATO or this or this. Okay, cool. There's always underlying issues. Hence why TikTok's getting banned or is banned. I don't even know where we are, but it was part of a packaged bill. Do you know what I mean? Like, the TikTok ban was in a mega bill of 5 different things, and like maybe the reason for the war between Russia and Ukraine is like a little packaged thing, and we'll never know the true details.
I was gonna say, so like I could see where your thought process is going, right? But then wouldn't there be more support from those who are also tied into Epstein, Ghislaine, and all of them? Because then you're looking at the US, you're looking at UK,
Do you think
you're
those
looking
people
at...
would ever come forward, though?
No, I'm not saying.
Like,
yeah. No, I'm not.
no, but you bring up a good point. If there are so many ties, like, I mean, why do you think that so many artists and celebrities were like, oh, pray for Ukraine, we love Ukraine, let's send money to Ukraine?
But then at the same time, you have Trump, who is a huge, huge Epstein friend. Confidant.
I want to get into that for just a quick second. Rumor has it, and by no means is this an endorsement for Trump. Rumor has it, allegedly, he was exposed to what was going on with Jeffrey and Ghislaine and saw what, the Oprahs and the Jay-Z's and the Beyoncés of the world were doing and said, no, I'm good. I don't know if that's true, but that's like the rumor.
I feel like that's sus. Mainly because he talks so great about him and like was everywhere with him. So I mean, there's
the photos.
There's two sides. There's the...
I have no idea.
There's one side, two sides. This is
probably one of those bundle package deal things where there's like not like that, but like.
But I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, I mean, the conspiracies are conspiring.
Yeah, the conspiracies are conspiracy theorizing.
No.
So going back to Marina Abramovic, she has vehemently denied being a witch and a Satanist and calls herself a high-performance artist. But, bitch, the way in which some of these pieces are expressed, and also, I've been a big fan of the statement that life imitates art, art imitates life.
What the fuck life do you have?
What are you doing to where you got the idea to put a human body in a wooden open casket, pour syrup over them, call your elitist friends over, give them spoons to scoop syrup off the human body while also participating in a surrealism event where black people were painted white near trees, tied or untied? I can't remember.
Well, the other part is when you think about the syrup, like that's like a quicksand. Like that's hard. That's hard to get out of, and that's probably a lot of syrup that they poured on that person.
And they probably just covered the top and be like, "Okay,
have fun."
Off to the evergreen shipping containers. I don't know.
So let's tie another conspiracy into this, right? Because she has so many high-profile Hollywood elitists. So Matthew Perry, the underground tunnels of children. Wish, like, could she have been the ambassador?
She could have been something. I mean, she knew something,
right?
And there's no way that you're. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but you have a near 60-year career.
That is insane. And
you've lived in New York and you have an institute, and I'm not saying that it's far-fetched. I'm not saying anything like that, but like, what the fuck else are you doing?
Yeah, who'd you blackmail?
Who'd you kill?
Who?
Allegedly.
Who's in your pocket? Like, who that has that much?
Man.
I mean,
Podesta.
I don't know.
And you know what really creeps me out is like one of the people who's a big, long time John Podesta fan. Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh, really?
Jamie Lee Curtis and Tom Hanks are no different in my book. I love Jamie Lee Curtis. Like, don't get me wrong, her artwork, her movies. We're gonna call them movies because now when I ever say artwork after this Marina Abramovic discussion, Yeah. Going back to the tunnel things, I definitely think that we should make that an episode too. Did you see the video of the guy who posted the Disney tunnels
I don't think I have.
and how he got into the bathroom?
Hmm.
Like he was on the outskirts of Disneyland.
Okay.
He found a tunnel
Mhm.
entrance, went through it, and literally opened the door and was in a restroom.
You're like, cast members? Because usually the tunnels are cast member tunnels.
Not this one.
Oh, I have not
Do you,
seen that.
do you remember that there was a report of a woman who stood outside the little boys' room of some part of Disneyland and said that her son never came out,
Ooh,
and he was the only one in there. Like she went in with him
right.
to like make sure he's gonna be okay.
Uh-huh.
Stood maybe 10 feet from the door, but facing the
Okay.
door, and her son never came out. And that's when she's like, "There are tunnels.
Oh
They
my.
took them,"
No, I haven't seen any of that.
which tells me I'm like they either have a secret camera in
Mhm.
there. So we'll talk about Disney and the tunnels. I want to go into the wrap up of
Okay.
this Marina Abramovic discussion, but before I do, please make sure to click the show notes, purchase the merch. We're trying to go to New Orleans. I don't know. Oh no. But also help us out with subscribing and following and giving us 5 stars wherever you're listening to this podcast. It is free to subscribe,
Mhm.
follow, like, and share and comment. It is free. It costs you nothing but about 35 to 68 seconds. I would have said 69, but
Meh.
I'm just not a fan of getting fucked that way, you know?
I get with you. Oh my god.
Like, have you ever thought about the 69 position as like the donut hole version of a human centipede? Anyways, the Marina Abramovic Institute. So let's get into some new ventures. So we have the Marina Abramovic Institute.
Mhm.
We now have skincare and we have energy drops coming from Marina Abramovic. I guess she's doing internal work now. I guess she's really focused on the inside.
Guess we're gonna see what else we can. No.
I looked up the what's called the Marina Abramovic longevity method, not sponsored.
Uh-huh.
And as great as it is to have a key ingredient list, we're gonna need that full one,
Yeah,
babe.
absolutely.
And she's gonna be like, "Oh, it has ashwagandha and it has lavender," and I'm like, "Does it have the blood of children in there?
Is there shit involved?
Is there? Did you put urine in this,
Ugh.
babe? Even a drop?
Was syrup on
'Cause-
somebody's body and then you just kind of added it in?
Well, do you remember Lady Gaga's perfume, The Fame?
Yes.
You know that had like her actual like it was reported to have like semen and blood in it.
Allegedly,
And it
guys,
was
but oh
like
my god, what the fuck is wrong
allegedly.
with
It was
people?
it was allegedly the blood of like a hooker, but it was like a couple drops in like a big vat, and I'm like, that's still the same thing. And then she had you could look this up. She had posted this on the internet. She's like, "Oh, it has tears of belladonna." Belladonna
A
was a
poisonous
plant a poisonous
yeah.
plant. There's a Halle Berry movie that talks about belladonna.
Mhm. It's just like white oleanders.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like fucking stop doing that shit. And then it's you know how it came out, it like was black in the bottle, then it sprayed
Yeah.
clear. The amount of people who got stained skin because of it, crazy.
No, thank you.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good here.
I don't usually follow the trend of celebrity perfumes anyway, so.
As I sit here, I'm like, neither do I. Has an entire case of like Nicki Minaj and Britney Spears.
See, those
fragrances.
weren't bad though. Those were good. Like Britney Spears
And
was
they're
also the
actually, like,
early 2000s, so like she had like how
Britney
many?
Spears is one of
6
the
or
ones that
something?
present day, she has like 30.
Oh my god.
30 to 40. Her original fragrance, Fantasy,
Mhm.
it makes anywhere from $20 to $30 million a year
Yeah.
in sales. It's like the number one like Britney fragrance.
Mhm.
Also, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think Britney was one of the like first to have a long fragrance line.
Mhm. Because JLo's didn't last at all.
Neither did
No.
Beyonce's.
Paris Hilton, I think, still doing okay, isn't she?
Paris Hilton still doing, yeah. Paris Hilton, Britney Spears, Ariana Grande,
Mhm.
Billie Eilish.
I didn't know
But
Billie had
also
one.
Billie has like 2 or 3
Okay.
different fragrances out. Ariana has like 15.
Mhm. No, I know about that one.
Like she's doing good. But anyway,
Yeah.
so from an institute with financial support from pedophiles to Lord knows what's in her drops and skincare, Rumor is that Marina Abramovich's artistic expression is now venturing into capitalism and vanity. That's great and everything, but like, what about the Satanist allegations? That's our show, folks. Like, we're like, what a fucking, you know what I mean?
It reminds me, so it kind of follows the whole, Jessica Lange's character in the 3rd season of American Horror Story. It like
Coven
tracks that, where she's like, she gets to stay in a, like, she ages, but she's not like aging, right? And she's managed to hold off on whatever medical shit's happening to her until the new Supreme comes in. Like this, oh God, it feels so
yeah. It's giving that.
Yeah. See, I didn't watch the season with Emma Roberts where she's pregnant and the movie star.
Delicate.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one, but I did hear there was like, wasn't there an occult feel to it? In there, a cult or a cult with Satanism?
Oh my God, it had to do with like the birth of like the Antichrist or something.
I'm so tired of the birth of the Antichrist. There's a lot.
Can we stop doing that? Can we stop insinuating that the Antichrist is just gonna be? You guys, have you guys tried like touching grass?
Or, I don't know, taking a nice shower, letting the water just run it all off. Or
I was rewatching some of my TikTok videos last night. Damn, I'm funny. Damn, I'm funny.
Damn, I'm funny.
But yeah, so if you're in New York, don't go to the Marina Abramovic Institute.
Or if you have been.
Yeah, if you have been, reach the fuck out, tits, okay?
We need deets. Thank you. We will take them in the form of anonymous if you need to.
Yeah. We will also take them in the form of purchasing merchandise and subscribing and liking and giving us 5 stars and good reviews wherever you're listening to this podcast. Also, if you're a brand or business looking to gain advertisement opportunities with the podcast, please reach out to Paranormal Besties Podcast, link in the show notes for the email. Thanks so much.
Alrighty, well.
It's been a fucking week.
It has. It's been a fucking week. And here we are kicking off with some person who says her
Satanist
art
shit
is...
Oh, if I ever look at anyone, they're like, my art is just expression and pushing of boundaries and limits and things, and I just love so much. Get the fuck out. I'm a fucking choreographer. I just need a simple 8 count, bitch, not a fucking...
And syrup and painting people and shit.
And literally throwing shit on walls. No wonder they got the idea for Brenda and Scary Movie. I'm gonna shit on these walls, I'm gonna piss in your mouth, I'm gonna fart in your face.
Oh my God.
I knew it. I knew that I had to have some inspiration.
Somewhere.
And Lord knows, and Marina Abramovic is like, I told her to do that. Anyways.
It's time to close out, guys.
Yeah, hey, so sorry about that.
While we're ranting.
We're trying not to have an ADHD episode. We will both have like 100 million things to do today. Yeah. But much love to everyone for joining. Anyone you want to shout out, Chris?
I do, actually. So I had taken part, and I forgot I had taken part until they messaged me on Instagram. But the Alluring Podcast did a Christmas giveaway, and their Christmas giveaway was Krampus stuff. Right? See, I got a Krampus little postcard. I got their sticker. I got a handmade Krampus.
My God, put that away.
And then they gave me a notepad.
Okay.
So
that's great.
Shout out to the Alluring Podcast for doing amazing shit during the holidays.
Love that. Good work, Alluring Podcast. Yes. That's fantastic. I want to give a shout out to, I just did an episode with Jose's team at Bottom of the Barrel podcast or a movie review, and I just shout out to Brandon, Lady Shay, Blake. Sorry, I was gonna say, I was blanking out for a second. I think it's Blake and then Jose, and then shout out to Rainbow Fright, who was on the episode with me. Yeah. Shout out to everyone who has supported us through all of the mediums, and I hope that at the time of this recording we have positive news about social media free speech and the politics of the world. I'm hopeful, but honest. Yeah,
thanks.
We good?
We're good.
Alrighty, friends. Well, we know you don't want to leave, but since you have to go, you might as well creep the fuck Ow.